Hi guys, welcome back. I've been away for about a month, so sorry about that. I'll just give you a quick breakdown of where I've been. I got a new job, basically working for a different defense manufacturer, still working with small arms, ammunition, all that kind of stuff. And it's actually a pretty cool job, a bit of a boost up, something I've been working towards for quite a while. So I'm really pleased with myself for getting that. And it involves a lot of travel, especially in the first month or so of being there. I had to go and meet quite a few different companies. So I've been all over the place. I've been Hungary, Switzerland, Finland, Paris, which sounds absolutely awesome. And some of it is awesome, but it's also a lot of traveling. It's pretty grueling. And by the time I get a day or so in between travels, I just need to sort of relax, get all my suitcases sorted out, packed for the next bit and away again. But things have quietened down now. I'll still be traveling, but be a bit less frequent, and I can get a bit of time to put some of these videos together. So I'm also going to do a bit more stuff from the sort of firearms sector. I know that some of that probably will get demonetized, but we'll just see how we go. And I'll bring you some stuff from the range and some optics and stuff like that. Anyway, on with the reviews. I've got a really, really nice one today, close to my heart, because it is produced, made, everything authentic in Sheffield in the UK. Sheffield used to be the sort of heart of knife production and was famous throughout the entire world. People from all different countries would try and source Sheffield steel knives because they just had the best quality materials. They had fantastic guys working in those places that were really, really knowledgeable, had years and years of experience, and they were able to turn out stuff that was just better quality, more robust, withstood use for much longer. They were experts in all things steel, and to a degree they still are, but the industry there quietened down quite a bit. Obviously, in the last 20 or so years, things started getting outsourced to other countries, and that wasn't always with great results. It might have led to cheaper available options and many more options, but it didn't always lead to better quality. So it's really, really nice to see something affordable coming out of Sheffield again, and it's all thanks to the guys at Twisted Assisted. As you know, we love Twisted Assisted here on the channel. I've reviewed quite a few of their knives. They're a UK-based company, but this is, I think, the first knife that they've bought out that is in collaboration with a UK manufacturer, and, everything done in the UK. And it is a traditional design. It's a UK legal carry. It is a slip joint with a little bit of a modern twist. So we'll take a closer look, but it is beautifully made. And if you are, a country gent or someone that's looking for a knife that's a little bit less tactical and a bit more people friendly, I guess, you could get this one out and use it to cut something up, and people aren't going to kind of shy away from you and think you're Rambo's brother or whatever. So it really does fill a good niche there. It's something I would be happy to carry in my pocket and get out and use in pretty much any given situation. It comes in a couple of different blade shapes. They've either got a clip point or, like this one, a lamb's foot, which is actually one of my favourite blade shapes for function and use. And it is, I will say, very stiff to get out. But there's a good reason for that, because being stiff to get out, it is also very, very stiff to put back. And that is a good thing for me on a slip joint. But what I don't particularly want for a really functional, useful knife is a one that you can just sort of press with one finger and it closes, because that obviously represents a issue in terms of, how heavy a work you can conduct with the knife. And if you go too heavy on those light closing knives, then there's always a risk that they're going to shut on you. I don't think that you're going to have that problem here. I mean, there's no way that I could close that blade with one finger, let's put it that way. It literally takes, you know, my entire two-handed strength to close that down, and it really snicks home with quite some authority. You've obviously got the thumb nicks there to get it out just on the one side, and you've got that excellent blade profile. Really, really good for, you know, fine work on that tip. Let's see if the boys at Sheffield have got it nice and sharp for us. Which of course they have. Shaving sharp. Covered in my arm hair. And it's got that Made in Sheffield logo on the base there. It has brass liners and pins, which again, very, very traditional. And then nickel silver bolsters on there. And that beautiful micarta, I hope you can make it out, but it's a really, really nice piece of micarta, nice and smooth. It still retains a little bit of texture, so it's not going to be so smooth that it's going to slip around in your hand. A really, really usable knife, and you can get a good grip on that handle. It's just got a slight swell at the bottom there, so it fits comfortably in the hand. There's no real hot spots on it in use. Very robust spring on the back, as you can see, and it's really nicely built, nice and thick. Overall length is 160mm, 6¼ inches, and the blade length itself is 70mm with a cutting edge at 65mm, which makes it obviously legal for everyday carry in the UK. You don't need a reason to carry that around because it's a non-locking sub 3-inch blade, and it weighs in at 74 grams or 2.7 ounces. The blade steel C70 carbon steel blade, which is a pretty traditional material. It's not any sort of crazy metallurgy going on there, but Sheffield, they know about their hardening and they know about their blade steel, and as far as I'm aware, you know, this is very, very nice indeed. I've used it a little bit. It's held up. I haven't had to, you know, resharpen or anything like that. The profile on there, on the sharpening, is excellent. Same both sides. Really, really nicely done. Nice point they've achieved on the tip. Nice sharpening job on there. It does a really good job if you're doing a bit of craft work or something like that. No pocket clip, of course, because this is more of a traditional pocket pen knife. So you could, I suppose, always put it in a little sheath, make a little leather holder for it. Don't know if that's something that the guys at Twisted Assisted will have coming out soon. They generally do have stuff like that. They're pretty cool for accessories for these things. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece. If you're a fan of traditional knives, traditional pocket knives, and you want something, like I say, a bit more gentlemanly to carry around, then this will fit the bill. I'm probably going to take this out with me, you know, when I'm wearing a suit for work and I'm going to a show, somewhere like that, and I need to carry something to do a bit of work at the show, and I don't want to alarm anyone, you know, when I'm going through security checkpoints and stuff, then that will be superb. And if someone asks to borrow a knife, which they normally do at the shows I'm at, someone's trying to cut some material to get their stand sorted out or whatever, then I think lending them that will be, you know, just the right image, actually, that it's a nice, pleasing thing. And especially if they're from another country and they see that was made in Sheffield, they'll probably have a few questions on it as well. So I'm definitely going to be using that. I'm sure the traditionalists are going to be using it. And if you just want a affordable knife for EDC, then you probably will want one as well. A lot of you out there will just collect stuff from Twisted Assisted anyway, because you just love the company like I do. Price wise, this is really, really good considering it's UK made. You know, this will compete with any of the stuff that's coming in from overseas, because it's coming in at $49.99, an absolute bargain given the fact that materials these days are very expensive. Getting people in the UK to do quality machining work is very expensive, so I'd say the guys at Twisted Assisted have done a great job getting that in at that price point. They are really reasonable guys there. You know, they're not trying to rob everyone and take as much money out of everything as they possibly can. They really do care about the knife community and the collectors, and they want to put things in people's hands that the average person is able to get hold of. You know, these aren't guys that are trying to flog you £900, you know, limited edition collector's knives or anything. They are really passionate about everyone being able to have access to good quality, usable pocket knives like this one. Thanks a lot, Twisted Assisted, for sending this in. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will keep up the videos now. There will be a few more coming in, and if anyone wants to see anything in particular, do let me know. Take care, have a good one, speak to you all soon.